Starbound? Nah. Stardew Valley? Nah. Terraria? Nah. But you wanna know the game that's the most fucking wokest? Castle Miner Z, baby! Oh yeah! Before anything, let me just ask you something. You ever just play a game you fall in love with or get immersed in at day one? Whether it be another AAA title or another FPS that no one asked for, you all had that game that took you back a bit and made you say, whoa, this is amazing. Well, for me, that game was Forager. A cute, simple, survival indie title filled with tons upon tons of content for you to explore and frankly have different outcomes in. Its simplicity, replayability, and style is what big and small developers alike should strive for at best. And today, I'm going to be talking about the story behind the game and why I like it so much. And trust me, it's more complex than you think. So please, strap yourselves in because this is going to be a bumpy ride. Play the new custom intro that's not that very well made because this is just a one-off video that I'm making. Yeah, play it, D-Max. For the people who don't know what Forager is, let me start things off with a simpler introduction to what the game is and the components and game mechanics that make it work. Well, for starters, Forager is a game about exploring, crafting, managing your resources, gathering, and much more. Its base game and plot centers around a cute little white dude who gets plopped in the middle of nowhere. He's in a situation where he has to fend for his life from the monsters lurking in the dark. I wonder where we fucking heard that before. No, but on a real note, I fucking love this game. What sets itself apart from the other games in the mundane survival sandbox crafting genre is its style and creativity. Never in my life have I seen a game be so more vibrant and sweet in its art style and movements. It's reminiscent to the early days of Flash games with such titles as Super Meat Boy, Spelunky, and my favorite game of all time, which I'll probably make a video about in the future, The Binding of Isaac. I know I said this in my Minecraft video, but it's true. It's my favorite fucking game of all time. I mean, come on, dude. Just look at the fucking main character. He's such a fucking sweetheart. You can't say the game is bad to that cute little fucking face, can you? Anyway, getting back to the point. In this game, things play out a little bit more differently from what you're used to. You buy land for you to explore from selling the resources you get on that land you already bought, and then buy more land and progress through that land, and it just becomes a cycle of exploration and adventure that, in my opinion, frankly, never gets fucking old. The leveling system is close to classic RuneScape or the Elder Scrolls, where in a sense you collect skill points every time you level up, which you can use to put into your attributes to craft more things like furnaces, anvils, crockpots, and windmills, or you could just use it to have a higher % chances of getting coins, which brings me to this cool implication that I've never seen in any other game besides Terraria, actually. Currency in this game is a big feature as well. As I said before, you buy land for you to explore and excavate. It's really cool. I don't know what else to say about it. You get coins from doing odd jobs and such as getting glass, catching butterflies, and even fucking finding dinosaur eggs. There's also a really great combat system and mining system with a bunch of awesome tools you could craft, but I'll let you experience the game for yourself and not spoil anything with the cuteness, the adventure, the bosses, yada yada yada. And just to be clear, there are bosses in this game, which I won't spoil for you, but it's pretty fucking awesome. Though I haven't really finished the game yet, I do have to say it's one of my top 10 favorite video games of all time. You kind of just have to experience it for yourself. It's only like $20 on Steam, and it's getting a Switch port soon, so you'll know I'd be fucking copping that on day one. Fuck yeah, ooh, ah, Okay, that was a little bit fucking cringy, but whatever. Now for the main event. But just a little warning for you guys, this next part might get a little bit too real, so just prepare yourselves. For now, I'll just say this. Everything starts with an idea. No matter how big or small, your ambition is what makes it all come together to make something amazing. But without further ado, here is the story of Forager. As a kid, I had a lot of trouble at school. I kept skipping classes to make toys and games. This, understandably, had my dad very, very worried about my future. A few years later, he got very sick and soon passed away. Before he did, he made sure to tell me he wasn't disappointed and that I could achieve my dreams if I learned to focus and work with others. I dropped out of school to chase my dream of making video games. My family and friends were worried and thought it was a terrible idea. I worked very hard for a year, learned as much as I could to do my absolute best, because it's what my dad would have wanted. But nobody was interested in the stuff I was making. Eventually, I ran out of money. I had to move back home. My mom welcomed me with open arms and invested her life savings into my dream, barely knowing what a video game even was. After a couple of years, pressure and anxiety piled on me. I started to feel like a failure. Could I even do this? Had I made the wrong choice? I participated in a game jam and made the first version of Forager in 2 weeks. Unfortunately, I was running out of money again. I decided I would participate in one last competition before giving up. I somehow managed to win the small event. The prize was a trip to USA to showcase Forager. I had all sorts of trouble along the way, including my laptop blowing up before the showcase. But I met lots of great people who helped me out. A new friend I met at the conference was late to his meeting because he was having too much fun playing Forager. The person he was meeting with had to come and find him. He apologized and instead of pitching his own ideas, started telling this person all about Forager and how much fun he was having. He knew I had social anxiety and pitching the game in English was very hard for me. Well, turns out, this person worked for Humble Bundle. He liked the game and offered Forager a publishing deal. I started to realize, I am Forager. Working hard all alone to build something amazing, something fun, to build the future I wanted for myself. Forager started growing, and people started to volunteer to help me with the game's development. I wasn't alone anymore. Together, we built Forager with years of work. I came to understand we are all Foragers. We start from the bottom and work hard to craft and build things we feel passionate about. Forager developed a very friendly and inclusive community. Thousands of people started to add their own ideas and support the project. After a long wait, Forager was released. The game even launched on several platforms. I offered to pay my mom 3 times her original investment, but she said she just wanted me to invite her to dinner, and that Dad would be very proud. Forager is much more than just a video game. It's a story, and a bittersweet one at that. Hopfrog is one of the most heartwarming developers I'd ever seen. From struggling game developer to creator of a masterpiece, it's really just beautiful how if you put your mind to something, you could do great things. You and yourself alone are in charge of your future. Whatever and whoever you want to be, you can be. It just takes a strong-willed person, which is you, to make that happen. What you should take away from this story is that don't give up on your dreams. Life may knock you down and drag you through the mud and fucking obliterate you. But don't give up. Follow your dreams because your ambitions are just reality waiting to happen. Sorry to get all sappy on you, but it's true. This video might have been a bit more serious than my other ones, but we're all about positivity on the Smeef channel. Heck yeah. No. I'm also sorry if this was a little bit all over the place. I've been writing this for a while. I hope you liked it though. I worked on it very hard for the past 2 weeks getting this done. But as always, I love you, and I'll see you later. Also, check out my editor DMAX. I don't show him enough love and shit, so please do that, or I'll chop your fucking balls and vagina off.